We will be demystifying the myths surrounding information technology. Welcome, Prof. Ken.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know that you will help someone out there to understand why the DMV stands unique when it comes to information technology.
I used to be in the nursing field and I later on switched to cybersecurity.
What inspired you behind the name Washington Tech?
I identified that there was a gap between education and employability.
Do you think higher education is missing something when it comes to job search in today's society?
I would say it's not missing something because even if you go to college, get a degree, employers will still require experience.
A non-computer literate person comes in, they want to be a security professional. What is the first possible thing?
The way our program is structured, we start from the base because some folks have never touched a computer before.
Some folks out there say that security gives room only for people that work in the government.
That is a misconception that a lot of people have. The security is divided into two parts. Either you're working for the government or you're working in the private sector. So cybersecurity is not only for US citizens, it's for everybody. But it depends which route you take.
Before we continue with this episode, I just want to take this moment to give a big thank you to all our subscribers out there and all those following us on all the different social media platforms. Your support is not going unnoticed. We just want to say a big thank you. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, we would still love your support. All you need to do is to click on that subscribe button and hit the bell to make sure that whenever we post a new session, you will be signaled immediately. We equally noticed that some of you had difficulties to subscribe. All you need to do is to make sure that you have a Google account, sign in, and you will be able to subscribe. If you have difficulties, please drop those difficulties in the comment section and we will come and help you wherever you are or give you directions. Once again, thank you. We look forward to bringing the best on the Everyday University podcast. See you. Have you ever wondered why some of the best IT folks across the United States come from the DMV? Today we will be demystifying the myths surrounding information technology. Irrespective of its complicated nature, some of the best folks in the United States come from the DMV. And to help us do that, we have a very extraordinary individual on the show today to be helping to break down all those myths, all those different challenges and the weird aspects people think about information technology. Welcome to the Everyday University. As you already know, this is the only show where your life is the real classroom and your life experiences are the curriculums we follow. Today's guest is a very special individual. His educational prowess speaks across multiple offices within the DMV, and I am very honored to have him on the show today. Without wasting any time, please make welcome on the show the one and only Professor Kenneth from the WashingtonTech Institute in the house. Welcome, Prof. Kenneth.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
It's a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Nice meeting you, sir.
It's been a long time coming. We've been trying to have this
I
conversation for
know.
quite a while.
Yeah, I know. I've been very busy, and I've been traveling a lot. So thank God I've settled down now.
Given the kind of profile you have, you have to be busy.
I know, right? It's not been easy, but we thank God.
Absolutely. So today we will be talking about a few things.
Yeah.
And I know that you will help someone out there
Yeah.
to understand why the DMV stands unique when it comes to information technology.
Yeah.
So, but before diving into that, it will do us a lot of good because many people just know you as Prof. Ken from the Washington Tech. If you tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, and why the name Washington Tech, or probably when it started up to now, if you can just give us that background, that'll be very helpful.
Right. Thank you for that question. Myself, by the way, I am Kenneth.
Okay.
That's my name. I'm from the Northwest region, precisely from Basie, Batibo.
Right.
I actually got to this country about 20 years ago now. When I got here, I used to be in the nursing field. So I did nursing for some time. Then it came as an inspiration to me to, because back then we couldn't get much information because people do not share like the way we do now, because those that are coming now are blessed, I can say that. So I was privileged to get in contact with a very good friend of mine who directed me, who talked about information technology. And information technology is a very broad term. So my career started doing system administration. So I took a crash program, hands-on base program in Bellsville. Then after that, I started working for some time. Then I later on switched to cybersecurity, which came to me as a godsend, I would say that. When I also did a crash program like the one I'm running now, I completed the program. I can tell you I was the first who got a job. I finished on Saturday. Sunday I put my resume up. On Monday I got a job.
Wow.
And since then, people started coming, visiting me to teach them because they realize I have the background and I have the skills they need. So I started training, friends and family who needed support for nothing. Then my late sister, who passed away way back 2021, by Lisa, may her soul rest in peace. She encouraged me to start something at her basement in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Then I started there. She encouraged me, supported me financially to get chairs and tables and start teaching in her basement.
Wow.
So that's how I started way back 2016. So I started teaching. Back then, a lot of people were not aware of what cyber is, and to get in the job market was very easy. So once I started teaching folks and people were getting jobs, and that's how the news kept spreading. From my sister's basement, I bought a house, then I started teaching in my house as well. Keep growing, and students kept getting jobs, and from there I moved to this location where we are right now. I think way back 2017, and I've been here for quite some time in this professional building. And ever since then, we've been training a lot of Africans, all culture, and that is our goal, to see that our people can get into the IT field and make better career for themselves. And I'm also working for both the government and also working as a consultant with other private organizations.
Wow.
So that's kind of like my background, the history behind.
That's a beautiful history. So looking at things, the Washington Tech, it's been in existence like for almost 10 years also?
Almost 10 years.
Wow. Okay, that's a long time coming.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and it's been in this building for 5 years.
Yes, more than 5 years,
Wow.
since 2017, more than 5 years.
Wow. What inspired you behind the name Washington Tech?
What actually inspired me is the gap. I identified that there was a gap between education and employability. A lot of students were graduating from educational degrees and they were not able to secure a better job for themselves. So they lack that hands-on skills that we offer at Washington Tech, because we're able to bridge that gap and change the module. So we are focused now in ensuring that you have real industrial lab experience, hands-on experience, and also get industrial certifications that are recognized. And then we do interview preps, we do resume support, and we also do job support, which are all perfectly aligned with what employers are expecting. So that actually brought a lot of inspiration. We don't just teach, we give professional education and who can perform their job on day one if get hired, which is what we do here.
So do you think the higher education or like college education is missing something when it comes to job search in today's society?
I would say it's not missing something. I won't say that. What I would say is the best route, which I always encourage students to take, or our people, because you want to be able to have that hands-on skills first. Because even if you go to college or get a degree, employers will still require experience, and they will still demand that from you. And employers will be asking, how can you configure this? Can you show me that you can do this job? They want you to bring that experience on from day one. And the fact that technology is evolving every day, things are changing, it makes it difficult for traditional university to also keep their curriculum up to date with the new technologies that are evolving. So with you graduating from a college with that background, it makes things difficult for you, which you need that hands-on experience, which is, which I think the future is a hybrid solution.
Yes.
You get trained in a fast, hands-on experience first,
Yes.
and then you get a job, and then from there you can go back to school and get your degree, which I always encourage people to do that, because your employers can always offer tuition reimbursement, because most employers do that.
Yes.
They offer money for certifications. At least some employers give like $5,000 for certifications. And also, if you're taking a degree program that aligns with your job, they also give tuition reimbursement. So that's why I tell people, if you have a degree from anywhere, it doesn't matter where you got it from, you can get into the IT field. So what you need is the speed and adaptability to be able to get a job, get the experience, get the hands-on skills you need to do the job. So IT is kind of different.
Wow. All right, Prof. Kemet, you have a young Cameroonian or a Nigerian or an African that just came into the United States. Let's say specifically Cameroonian, they had just an ordinary level.
Yes.
Before coming to this country. How will you take them from there to having a job? And would you advise that they go to school? Would you advise them to come to Washington Tech, have a job before going to school?
I have many of them like that who are actually still working, who are working today.
Okay.
My advice is, when you get to this country, I know there are many people teaching IT, which is making the market very confusing today, because some people are teaching just because of the money. They are not teaching because they want to help you get a job, because it's business at the end of the day. But what we do here is true education to see that you succeed. Our goal is that you succeed, because if you succeed, I succeed as well. So I always advise to people, when you come to this country first, get situated with the environment, understand how the culture is, because coming from Africa, the culture here is different. Understand how things functions here. And once you get a clear picture of how things functions, you get into a crash program like the one we teach here, get the experience, get the certifications, know how to do the job, do the labs to do the job, get a job, look for a job, because certification, you got 3-5 years certification, 5 years experience in the field, it's equivalent to a bachelor's degree. So, and most employers some employers don't really care about your degree, they care about you doing the job. So I'll encourage that you do this certification, get the experience, then you can go back to school and get your certificate, your degree that you need to have stability in the future.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. So if you're just coming from Cameroon and you think that you don't have what it takes to have a job, you surely do have what it takes.
Yes.
Now, we have so many people like myself, grew up not knowing anything about a computer, never had any relationship with a computer, and non-novice in computer world, and they want to be IT guys.
Right.
How will you take them from that level into an IT professional? What are they? Where do we start?
So I've had situation where our people call me for such a question, asking because they don't know the direction to head to. First, let me demystify the term information technology, because information technology is a broad term. For an IT system to work the way it works, there are many people involved in the back end. There is networking. We have the network engineers that deals with the switches and the routers, that run cables. Those are the network engineers. We have the hardware engineers who are also dealing with the physical component of a computer. And in the data center where systems get hosted, they have super machines that are being built in racks, and they mount them in racks. So the hardware engineers will come and mount the physical component and fix the physical part of the machines. And then we'll have the network guys who do the connection, and they bring the network connectivity in, and they will also have the next folks that will come in to do the system admin work. We'll have the operating system administrators, and administrators can be either you're a Linux administrator or you're a Windows administrator. I know we also have Mac OS operating systems. So some folks specifically choose which domain, either you're a Windows guy or you're a Linux guy. Those are system administration. They deal with the operating system, they configure it, they harden it, they patch it, that's what they do. And they will also have the DBAs that also deal with the database, manage the data that runs behind the application. There are different types of databases. There's Oracle, there's SQL, there's Postgres, there are different types of databases. And then we also have application developers who deals with the code. They run codes, they use CI, continuous integration, continuous deployment platform, which is something we call today, which is where IT is evolving now. We call it DevSecOps. They compile codes using GitLab and GitHub, then run the pipelines and deploy codes into production, which is what users interface with on the internet. So these are all different IT folks. And then you have security that is involved. We are the security folks, and there are different types of security folks as well. There are people who monitor network 24/7, like the SOC team. There are people who do vulnerability management, who run scans and identify vulnerabilities. And then we also have the DevSecOps team that deals with the cloud piece, which, when the developers build codes and deploy in the cloud, we identify vulnerabilities and scan the codes. And then you also have the GRC team that deals with compliance. You have the risk team. You have the audit team, and then you also have the managers that manage even third-party risk management. So there are a lot of people involved in security as well. But our job as security folks is to secure every aspect of IT. IT security involves everything. It's not just one piece. That's why I always encourage people to do IT security, because it's not just a software, it's not just a technology, because technology changes every time. Like what AI is doing today, taking jobs from developers and all these tech folks. There are a lot of things AI can do now where those guys are out of the market. But security is not just one thing. Security involves every single thing an IT, information technology involves. So that's why our job will never phase out. Get it? So we're always going to be there, regardless of AI being into the picture. We still never going to lack jobs. And as threats are increasing every day, we also enhance our careers. We also make sure we stay up to date with what's happening so that we can secure every aspect, from the database, from the network, from the system, from the app. We secure every part of it. That's what we do.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So now, okay, from my understanding, Washington Tech is security based.
Yes.
Security based. And if a non-computer literate person comes in, they want to be a security professional, what is the first course they take?
The way our program is structured, we start from the base, because some folks have never touched a computer before. So we make sure we start from the ground up. We'll have the first 1 month, we try to make sure you have good communication skills. We try to make sure you understand how to use a computer. Make sure you know how to type, make sure you know how to use basic tools like Excel, Word, PowerPoint, OneNote, Teams, Outlook, and then we teach you components of a computer, so that you understand, so you won't get to work and somebody say, maybe go to the tax bar, or maybe do a snapshot or something, you don't know what to do. Yeah. So we give you all that foundation that you need first, and then we make sure students don't write notes in papers. We make sure that you can be typing constantly, because practice makes perfect. Yeah. And then we give you all the resources you need to get yourself up to speed. Before we start getting into the real security things, that's what we start from. We bring you up to speed, because not everybody have the same background. So those that are already, smart folks who already know computers, they will just support their friends, and we make it like a team effort where everybody helps each one. So that's how we do it.
Prof Kenny, that's a beautiful path right
Yeah.
there. So, okay, now, if a young folk comes in and, they start from Computer 101, what are the basic certifications that they need in order to get their feet at the door?
Well, because in cyber, we have levels of certifications, right? In IT generally. And we have different vendors that offer certification. We have IC Square, we have CompTIA, we have EC Council, and different governing body. So, but we start with the basic security plus. But, it's offered by CompTIA. Yeah. And we know some folks keep thinking that they have to go back to get A plus or Network plus before getting to Security plus. But that's not the case, because there are levels of certification offered by CompTIA. The basic A plus is like how to use a computer, what is a mouse, what is a keyboard, which is what we teach during the basics. So you don't need to start from the base. There's also Network plus, which is dealing with networking part of it, which I always say Security plus consists of both A plus and Network plus. So there's no need doing A plus and Network Plus, you just do Security Plus because it consists of security, it consists of networking, it consists of A plus as well. So we start with Security Plus, which is the base foundational certification anybody entering into the cybersecurity field should have, which is why we teach that as well.
Oh, that sounds really, really good as well. Okay, right. Now, Prof. Kenneth, when they talk about security, I know that from a few readings that I did, online researches that I did, the term FISMA, does that term span across every other system within information technology as well?
Okay, let me answer that. FISMA, which is Federal Information Security Modernization Act, that is a cybersecurity act created by the United States government. It is specifically for the U.S. government systems that they build. All government agency follows the FISMA Act. It's basically a framework. It's an act. And from that act, they were able to create frameworks from it. They created NIST, they created FIPS under Department of Commerce, so that those guidelines can be used as a guide by all agencies to implement security. And then NIST created the risk management framework, which is what they call it the cybersecurity risk management framework assessment authorization process. That's what the government uses. And that's a process where every system in the government have to follow to ensure that they secure themselves. And there are different NIST guidelines that we use to implement that process. But on the private sector, it's different. You get it? On the private sector, private organizations, being it healthcare companies, financial companies, energy companies, they have their own different framework module, which is they leverage that based on the kind of business they do. Okay. If you're a financial institution and you collect credit card data, you might want to adhere to PCI DSS, which is another framework similar to what NIST and FISMA is doing. If you're dealing with healthcare data, you might want to probably do HIPAA compliance, or you want to do high trust compliance. If you're having, you want to also do maybe SOX compliance, which is like an audit, or you want to do SOC 2, you want to do ISO 27000 as an international organization. Okay. You have to adhere to that. And there is also NERC, which is dealing with energy companies. And there are many, many frameworks, including security and privacy frameworks. Okay, there is also a rule for privacy, which you can become a privacy analyst. They're enforcing privacy laws like GDPR, CCPA, AI Privacy Acts. You can also focus on that.
Wow. Well, thank you very much. Now, some folks out there say that security gives room only for people that work in the government, which means, okay, if you are not a citizen, you cannot do security. And a lot of green card holders out there and people who are on other medium of work permit.
Right.
Do they still have that opening to come do security?
Yes, very, very pertinent question. And that is a misconception that a lot of people have. That's not the case. You know, the security is divided into two parts. Either you're working for the government or you're working in the private sector. The private sector does not require you to be a citizen. If you're a green card holder, I have so many of them, some of them who came through the back door, whatever method they used to get here. They don't have citizenship, they're not U.S. citizen, but they're working in the private sector. The government do require citizenship to work in the data because you're dealing with classified data. But private sector market is even way bigger than the government because all these private companies, banks, Best Buy, Walmart, Facebook, Instagram, all of them that you can imagine, they also have security. And to get a job from that aspect, you don't need to be a citizen. Some of them just do regular background check. They will ask you to do fingerprints. They will just do national background check like the way you do on normal jobs. And then they will ask you a work authorization or work permit. And then that's it. You can start working. But the government, yes, you have to be a U.S. citizen. So that's a misconception. So cybersecurity is not only for U.S. citizens, it's for everybody, but it depends which route you're taking. You have to, and also you have to know the government security as well because many private institutions do have contracts with the government. So even if you're a work permit person or green card holder, you want to work for a private company, they might have a contract with the government. They might ask you if you know the government experience security, which is why that's how we teach our program. We teach everybody have to understand the government framework on security, and then we get to the private sector. Then we teach that part as well, which is what they focus on. Those who are not U.S. citizens, as well.
Is the private sector security called differently?
It is just a replica of what the government does,
Okay.
but they follow a lesser, not stringent requirements, not as the government does, because the government have resources to spend on security. You get it? But private sector follow different guides, like I earlier explained. They follow whatever they think is more suitable for them based on the kind of business they do, which is why those other frameworks exist. They just replicating what the government is doing on a smaller scale to secure themselves at the minimum.
So it's very, very possible that someone comes to this country, they have just a work permit,
Yes.
and they end up working for the
I
government.
have many of them.
Wow.
Many of them.
Wow.
They work for a private sector, and then they support government contracts on the private side.
Yes.
But they can't work directly on the government. But they work as a contractor on the private side, doing private compliance on private security, and also if there's a project on the government side, they can get on it and work as well.
Ooh.
Because remember, the government also deals with unclassified data. Okay,
Yes.
there's some systems that they build that deals with unclassified information. So when they have such contract, they can give it to private organization who wants to help them get that secured for them. Then if you're dealing with unclassified data, you don't need to be a citizen.
Wow. Okay, that's impressive. Hey, folks, if you're out
Yeah.
there and still staying back thinking that you don't have a place in the information technology world, then you might be losing. It's about time to jump on board.
Yeah, and I always tell people, if you want to get into IT, don't look at the money, focus on the career. Don't be in a rush, focus on getting trained, teach yourself, learn with the best institution, be focused on your career. The money will come once you have knowledge, because knowledge is the key. And you have to be consistent, and you have to be hungry. Okay, because as IT is changing every day and evolving, you have to be on top of it. You don't just relax and think it's going to be that easy. Mm-hmm. You have to work hard for it. So focus on the career. Money will come once you have that experience.
That's
and don't be a follower as well, because some people come do programs because, they heard from their friend, or their families, they want to do competition, because that's how we Africans are. Because this guy is making money, I want to go and get money too. Do it because you have passion for it, because it's a sacrifice. And you have to sacrifice a lot of time, because you might be working doubles and triples, you have family to take care of, you have some folks in Africa calling you for money, you have so many things in your head. And you have to really sacrifice time to review, go through your labs, go through the projects we give, so that you can have that experience. So if you're going out there, you're well armed. You get it? So you're well armed and be able to speak professionally to an employer as someone who has that experience, because that's what we give you. Because there's a difference between having a certification and there's a difference between having the experience. Because there are people who get certification from the back door and the front door, whatever method they got it from, but they think they can just get a job. Having a certification won't give you a job. What gives you a job is the experience. They know how. Because that's what employers are looking for.
Wow. Wow. Hey, that's pretty impressive and intense, right?
Yeah.
Now, I know some folks out there, when you tell them, hey, guy, go take a crash program in information technology, they immediately tell you, hey, I'm done. I don't want to do coding. I don't want to do coding and things like that. And from what you're saying, it doesn't seem like there's some coding going on here. Is it possible that I can be a seasoned IT guy without any coding information?
Yeah, when you say IT, you need to be specific, right?
Okay.
There's coding involved when you're doing application development. Okay, when you're doing developer, if you're a developer, you might find yourself doing coding. Okay. Or maybe if you're a system admin, where you have to write scripts and batch scripts.
And that's evident. You see you working together with the Tyndall Foundation.
Scripting skills.
Shout out to the Tyndall Foundation.
But if you're dealing with security, it depends on what aspect of security you're dealing with.
Yes.
Okay, if you're doing more of the GRC side or doing more of the audit side, there's no script, there's no coding involved. But if you're dealing with SOC side, you might need a little bit technical skills, because you're dealing with technology tools like firewalls, intrusion detection systems, intrusion prevention system, anti-malware solutions, endpoint detection and response. So you need to understand how those tools work. You get it? That's the only aspect you might need some hands-on experience on that. But if you're talking about coding, security is not really coding. There's no mathematics. There's no really deep coding as people think.
Guys, now you get it. security, you don't have any calculus, no Python,
Yes,
Java.
yeah.
It's plain.
And we leave that to developers. And now AI is here making your life easy.
Okay.
You can put a command into AI platform, it builds the application for you. So there's no need to hire a developer now. If you know the prompts you can put on an AI platform, you can run that, build a code. That's why developers are having big problem right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. It's a paradigm shift right there. Okay. So you have been doing this for quite a while, and what are the most challenges that you experience as a teacher within our community? What are some of the challenges that you've been experiencing so far, and how are you handling them?
I would say, as a teacher first, one of the greatest challenges, some folks come here to do a program, they don't have no experience at all. And it takes that patience, right? You have to be patient with people. Because you teach and you go further, and suddenly a student asks you a very dumb question, which you expect them to already know what you're saying, and you can get irritated, right? It's not everybody that's a teacher. You have to really have that patience to hold somebody's hand and teach them hands-on, one-to-one sometimes. Sometimes I work from here, people come and meet me with their problems, I try to solve it, because I get overwhelmed with a lot of people needing support as well. But I do my best to help every single body to see that they get that skills they need. And that's why we form a family union, so that if I'm not available, somebody else can support you. And what else? Another challenge is, as a teacher, is to keep up with the trend.
Okay.
You get it? And as IT is evolving, I need to be on top of the game. You get it? Like now, AI is a big thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I've revamped my curriculum this time around to include AI governance and AI ethics, because that's a trend. And also, I've also brought in DevSecOps, so that people can follow the trend. And I have to train myself to be able to teach someone. I can say I've been blessed to work with many companies that those things are evolving every day. So it kind of gives me the insight of what's happening. When I do my research, I play with the tools, I kind of have that skills that I can be able to transfer the knowledge to our people.
Wow.
So that's one of the biggest challenges, to keep up with the trend, because things are moving fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Now at Washington Tech, this is a private corporation. Have students walk up to you and say, "Prof, I don't have the money to pay this fees, given that probably I just came, man. I'm just struggling, I'm trying to get a job here," things like that. How do you handle such situations?
I've had many of them.
Okay.
Many of them. It depends on the relationship, because sometimes we get students not because of the advert we do. Sometimes we get students based on refer. Someone get a job, refer the family, and so on. So if I have that relationship and understand your background, where you came from, and I can trust your word, we can always work something out. I've worked many situations where some students will come here, I train them, and then they get a job, and then they pay back my money one time. Because just your first paycheck, you can pay that money off.
Okay.
So I've had many of those kind of situations that I've given the opportunity for them to learn. Because if I see that you're serious, and I can rely on training you and you can succeed, then we can work something out.
Wow. I mean, that's a very good option you are giving right there.
Yeah.
So if someone comes in that don't have the money, get into a conversation, don't just shy away.
Yes. Have an open mind.
Yes.
Speak to me, say the truth. We can work a payment plan. We can work something out for you, so you can keep doing your classes, and then at the end, we make sure you get a job, and then you can start paying back your debt.
If you're not going to school, you better come to class.
Yes.
I know a session just started, and this is the second week.
Exactly.
Oh, all right. During interviewing and stuff like that, I know that is one of the pieces that people come to you. Do you prepare students in a group for interviews, or is it a one-on-one thing, or how do you handle that piece after the class?
So
do they still need to keep coming to school after?
So the way we currently run it, because I have substitute teachers that are my students that I taught, and they're now working and they're giving back.
Okay.
Because the way we do it is, once you get a job, you are encouraged to come back and give back and support our own people, and most of them do show up to help. So once you're done with the class, we make sure students draft their resumes. We review the resumes. We'll have a bunch of team people that will support that. And then after that, we get on an interview panel. And it is mandatory in our curriculum that you have to interview with us. Before you can even go out there to mess up your chances, we don't want that to happen. Wow. So we make sure everybody comes to the interview panel. We prep you, we interview, and we usually bring in alumni because I have a bunch of almost 400 students that are working now on my alumni forum. So I throw the invite there on there. Some of them will pop in and out. So when you're on the interview panel, you have a bunch of different people bombarding you with questions to see if you can defend yourself. From there, we take out that spirit of fear and make sure that we correct the mistakes you'll be making when speaking and during an interview. So that's a part we take. Wow. We make sure students get interviewed consistently. And if you have a job interview coming up, a re-interview, we prep you for that. We prioritize those who have interviews first. Yes. We go over the job description. We make sure that you can speak first on the job, and then we correct the job, what you can be expecting during the interview. So we support you all the way to you go to the interview, and then you come back and give feedback what was discussed. We now do a lesson learned from that, so others too who are preparing for their own interviews can learn from that. Yeah, so that's the biggest challenge where when you train students, you have to be with them consistently until they get a job. So you stay with us, keep interviewing, keep applying. You have interviews to come until you get a job. You never drop off.
Wow.
Yes.
Hold your hand until you get
you get a job. As long as you don't give up, because the goal is never give up, and keep learning. Keep learning. If you finish a class and maybe at your leisure time, you can go into the different things. You can go online. We can give you resources to start learning different technologies, maybe cloud technologies, DevSecOps. There are different parts of IT, security that you can also divert into and keep learning and adding that into your portfolio. Because the more you know, the more you learn, the more you get more marketable.
Wow. You have an estimated count of how many students you've taught?
Whew. I can say, if I have close to 400 that are working now, I can say more than 600 students.
You have close to 400 students that are working?
Yes.
You trained them?
Yes. On the alumni group. Yeah.
That's massive.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to have an all-hands-on Washington Tech interview. It's been something I have in mind. We'll work on that together so that we can run a full Washington Tech end-of-year party or something to come together.
We can do a live session.
Yes.
Interview is happening on there.
Yes.
Wow.
I need to do that so that we can bring everybody on board.
Yeah. That's impressive, Prof. Yeah. Very impressive. Now, you've done this amazing job teaching close to 700 students, and currently about 400 are working. You are the head of Washington Tech. Is it just you, or do you have a team?
I have a team. I have a team of substitute teachers, which are, like I said, also alumni that are working. They come here. I have like close to 10 of them that supports me in different domains in IT. Even though I know all of it, sometimes I can't teach. I can't be everywhere. But initially, at first, I was doing everything by myself. But I saw that you have to delegate tasks to other folks and give them rules, responsibilities to take ownership into what they do and what they love best. And I do that based on what they do at their jobs. If I see that you're good in a specific aspect, I bring you to tackle that aspect because that's what you do at work. So that's how we do it.
Wow. So you believe if you didn't have this team, you wouldn't have come this far.
Yes. And I really appreciate the efforts and all the support they've been given from day one. And they've been very helpful, not only for me, for our community, because that's the mindset. We're building a community, a stronger community, so our people can have a better career for themselves. Because when you start making money, most of them won't even remember me. I know it's for themselves and the family, but they always pray for Washington Tech.
Wow.
So, and that's how we keep getting blessed every day. We never stop growing. We keep growing every day. I know things are hard now, but with God's grace, we'll keep pushing and bringing new things that can make people more successful.
Wow. To the Washington Tech team, I want to say thank you for what you do, for standing together with your boss and paddling this canoe to the direction it's going.
Yes.
Thank you for believing in team spirit. Now, you made mention of my next question.
Right.
So I was going to ask about, all right, do you believe in God? Do you believe that there is a supernatural power that is, helping you to push towards this direction?
Yes. I believe in God, because without God, I wouldn't be what I am today. And I also believe in ancestral spirits, because I'm a very traditional person. I'm a traditionalist. So I don't take our forefathers, I don't forget them.
All right.
Okay.
So you believe that as you're doing whatever you're doing, they are with you?
They're with you, yes. Everywhere I go, I trust and believe they're with me. So when I pray to God, I also pray to them so that they can continue to guide and protect me and give me the inspiration. And also, God should open more ways and more blessings so we can continue to help our people, so that more knowledge can come and more blessings will follow.
All right.
But God come first.
God's first.
Yes.
God first.
Yes.
God first. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know now. So now, Prof. Kenny, I went somewhere and I found a set of guys talking, and I equally met some ladies, and they were like, if a guy is not into the IT field, don't even come close to a lady in the DMV. What do you think about that? Like, guys, so you need to be an IT guy in order to have a beautiful woman in the DMV. What do you think about that?
To me, this is for those who are single, right?
Yeah.
Every woman is looking for someone who has a better career. They're looking for stability. They're looking for someone they can trust, because when an IT person has a good career, they'll be more focused. So I think that's where that aspect comes from. But every guy should focus on their career first. Focus on getting the knowledge, building that career, then every other thing will fall in place. Because there's no woman out here that would like to get married or date someone that's a liability. Every woman likes stability. Every woman likes pride, like their husband, or their wife, or their boyfriend, or their husband, or their boyfriend should be. They should be proud of them, right? When they go out, they say, "Oh, they're proud among their friends. I'm dating this guy. He's this, he's that." People like title, right? They like entitlement. So that's what that is coming from. But guys need to take their career serious.
Do you think IT guys show off?
Well, I don't think they show off. They just do them. They just do themselves. They're just trying to be themselves. But some do show up. Okay. Some do show off. When they go out, they want to show they have money.
Or they flaunt.
They flaunt their money. But I don't think that's a good way to live. Okay. If you know me, I'm a very humble person. Yeah. They say money. There's always a term. They say money don't like noise. Yeah. That's why there's no music in the bank.
There you go.
So when you flaunt your money out there, you call a bad spirit to follow you, because it attracts negative energy, which is why it's always good to be humble. Just be yourself and do you.
Wow. Oh, great advice from you. Great advice. Wow. Hey, so all my IT folks out there, those who you better calm down.
I know, right?
Calm down.
And you can start calling investigation on yourself for no reason.
Unnecessary
investigation.
Wow.
Which is not
necessary.
The
world is watching.
Yeah.
The world is watching. Okay. Well, that's pretty impressive. Now, let's talk about artificial intelligence. Mm-hmm. You made mention of it not long ago, and I know that it's a big thing in today's current emerging information technology space. How do you think that IT, like let's say by 2030, do you think we'll still have the same amount of workforce in the IT field as compared to now?
I think we will still have the same workforce, or it might reduce somehow. You remember, IT, AI systems are also technologies, right? They are super machines. Okay. Unlike a traditional server that we have in a data center that holds an application, but these machines are very powerful. We have to train these machines to act like humans, to behave like humans, and it is done by people and technologies. So if you want to stay on top of your game, you have to be into that. You have to follow the trend. Either you're leveraging cloud or you're going into artificial intelligence. I, for one, I don't really like something that stresses me a lot. I like the easy route, which I'm more on the security side. So as AI is evolving, we need to look at the risks involved in AI because there's too much risks involved. And hackers can also hack AI systems.
Okay.
And they do know that AI systems do process huge amount of data because you got to train AI system with the data that you expect it to produce an output of the data. So if we don't secure the AI platform correctly, it's going to be a catastrophic damage to the organization. So that's why you see some companies are very skeptical on leveraging AI systems. They know the kind of AI tool they can purchase and what kind of data it can ingest that will not expose them if they get hacked.
Wow.
Because anytime you go into an AI prompt, you type something, that AI learns that information, that data, and keeps it in its memory. So that if a subsequent person comes tomorrow and asks the same question, it can spell out the same result, unlike act like a human. So there's too much risk. And then today, privacy, there's also strict privacy laws that have come into play. There needs AI Privacy Act. We also have EU privacy laws that are also putting high fines into companies building AI systems to secure their environments, to secure the platform, and make sure that those systems do not cause risks to the organization. So we are now on the security side, we are the one enforcing that to implement what we call AI governance and ethical AI. So, and then there's also heavily privacy involved as well because AI deals with a lot of privacy data. So there's too much risk, even though AI is a good thing, but there's too much risk involved in using AI systems.
Wow. Hence, we still need security.
Yes, regardless.
That's important. So, quick question for you. There's a handful of things you've learned in your life today that you're applying in life today, which are not things you learned in school or in university. From my research, I noticed you have a bachelor's in computer science and a master's in cybersecurity. So, what are some of the things you learned in life that you didn't learn in school?
Well, I would say when I got here, I'm someone, I'm very hungry, right? I follow where there's money. There's always a say here, you don't work too hard, work smart. I work smart. When I don't procrastinate, anything I hear or see that makes money, I dive into it. So that's why when I got here, everything was nursing. I did nursing program. I had my nursing degree, started working as a nurse for some time. Then I switched to IT. So IT might not only be my end of life. If anything comes up that is new, I'll jump at it. Being it real estate, being it whatever, I'm a very open-minded person because I just want to keep growing, right? I want to keep growing. You don't have to be comfortable because some people always lose because they become comfortable in what they do. And when you're doing something repetitively for a very long time, if they take you out of that picture, you can't survive. So we always need to be able to diversify and be able to have an open mind to keep striving,
Wow. Have an open mind, keep striving.
Yes.
Okay, Prof, that's coming out really good. What is the best business advice you've ever had? And from who?
I think I would say the best business is what I do today. From my late sister and also a friend of mine who we grew up from childhood. I think Mr. Enner. He actually was one of the forces behind who I am today because he encouraged me a lot, and my sister too encouraged me a lot to get into IT and start teaching because I didn't know I was going to be a teacher, but I've always loved to share knowledge. Even when I was in school, when I learned something, I want to teach someone, and that's how it sticks in my mind. I'm someone I can take a book and read it in one day I can finish a book. Because I glance through it and I capture it very quick because my brain is trained on learning quick. And we can train ourselves to become whatever you want to be. And also I've had some bad ideas, I've had some good ideas where I've lost money, some I've gained money, so it really just depends. And businesses that you involve family or friends, that especially in Africa. You have to really be careful, because if you're not there, any business that you do that you don't work in that business is not going to succeed.
That's deep.
Yes, any business that you want to invest into, if you are not working or part of that business, it's never going to go nowhere. If you're relying on people to do it for you, it's not going to work. You have to be part of it, make it grow before you can now supervise the business.
Wow.
Yes.
Ooh, all right.
Even if you want to open a restaurant, you have to be in the kitchen, you have to learn how to cook, you have to learn how to share the food, you have to learn the in and out, logistics of that business. So I'm succeeding because I'm the forefront and the foreface of that business.
Wow.
So you got to think about it. If you want to do real estate, make sure you're on the forefront. Anything you want to do,
lead the way.
Yeah, lead the way.
Wow. Okay. That's really, really impressive. Okay. So now, just to ask some more, enough of IT.
Right. I know.
Yes. So what is the fun part about you, Prof. Kenneth? I mean, you are famously known around. You teach. You are a geek. You do all these serious things for people. But what do you do for fun?
For fun, like I can say I'm a leader in our community. People know me a lot. I like to bring our people together. I socialize a lot because I like to support our people. So that's why I'm the president of Mogamo Veterans. So what I do for fun, I like going out to play soccer. I'm a very good soccer player, even though I've gained weight, but I know I'll lose it.
Yes.
I'm a very good soccer player. I like to be with our people. I like to share. I like to give. And I also I don't work alone. I always like to go around with a bunch of friends. I don't move around by myself. So I always like to have people around me so we can share. My greatest support is my wife, who is my backbone.
Yeah.
The first lady, she's what I am today.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so she's one of my support system.
Ooh, first lady, shout out to you.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you for all you do.
Yes. She's taking care of the family, and she's also a privacy officer. She works cybersecurity too. So we're all into it.
Tech family.
Yes. Wow.
I mean, that's such a beautiful background.
Right.
So, and you're a community builder, which
Yes.
is so.
And I used to. You remember the event I used to run? Our WashingtonTech culture and soccer competition.
Yes.
Yeah. So because I like tradition.
Okay.
So I think this year I might bring back that event where we can bring in all our cultures and come together. We can have traditional dances. It was very massive.
Yeah.
And maybe bring some traditional artists back home to come on, perform. I'm thinking to hold that during the end of year. Washington Tech all come together.
Yeah.
That would be a good mix to have that.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Because my biggest fear is our kids, right? The next generation after us. Want to make sure our children don't get lost in this country, because we have already been there. They are growing with a different path, a different culture in the United States. So my biggest worry is, if I'm not there tomorrow, will these kids ever go back or realize where they came from?
Wow.
Will they remember where they came from? So with us running that cultural event here, at least they can understand. They can understand where we come from. They can understand the culture, which is why we need to teach our kids to our dialect. We need to make sure we take them home so that they can know. I wish Bamenda was very safe right now. I would have been in the village multiple times with the kids. So because that's what I like to do. I like to go back home so my kids don't get lost here.
Connect with your people.
Yes.
Wow. All right, Prof. Kenny, I want to ask this unusual question that we're bringing it up lately. So there's a saying out there that Cameroonians don't support their own. Do you think that's true?
It is. I would say it is absolutely true. From why I say so is because the way Nigerians and Indians, when I look at other countries and other cultures, the way they support their own is different from the way Cameroonians do. If you look at, I've been to Nigeria multiple times, and I have even Kanayo and all those other folks have been in Nigeria. So I see the way they do things. I envision, why is Cameroon not like this? We need to revamp the way we think to support our brothers, to support our own. Even in our own community here, even like you face that sometimes, I would say most of the people that comes to this school, they are not the people that know me. They are not the people from my area or my environment. They are outsiders that will come and benefit from it. Nigerians will come, Indian, Ethiopians will come, but Cameroonians too will come, but not the people around your circle, because they say they will never recognize you in your house. A prophet will never be recognized in their home. Only outsiders will recognize a prophet. So it's always like that with Cameroonians. But we pray that things are going to get better. We just have to keep pushing ourselves, support. And when something is good, they don't talk much about it. But when it's negative, that's when it goes out very heavily.
Wow, that's an interesting observation.
We need to change our mentality. Cameroonians need to change, learn to support our own people. Even in the diaspora, in Cameroon itself, we need to support each other.
If there's one positive aspect that you can introduce to this mental shift in the Cameroonian community, what would it be?
I think, what can I say? When it comes to, I think, awareness, right? We have to be consistent in what we do, and we need to raise awareness and hold multiple sessions, invite our people so that we can share awareness, because it's just a mind thing. I don't think it's that difficult to change the mind of our people. We just have to make awareness and keep doing. Those who can listen, listen. Those who don't want to listen, they listen. But just keep doing your thing. Do your best at what you do. Keep sharing the information. Use whatever medium you can. Social media, like the way you do it. That's why each time you send me, I always want to post it. I always want to make sure we support each other. We need to raise awareness, and even having seminars, invite folks that can come and talk and educate people, because some of these things is lack of knowledge. Information is the key. Is information.
You're listening out there. You are a community builder as well. We have a lot to do.
Yes.
Let's see how we can come up with webinars, seminars, to raise awareness for our own people. Because truth be told, we have some of the Cameroon is Africa in miniature, which means we have beautiful people in there.
We have talents.
But we just do not know. We have ignorance. We can come together. We can create awareness. We can empower our own society to be like others. So thank you for that message. Now, I've not been kidding with so many questions. Okay, so I know we're almost wrapping up. What is, if you and I are not alive today, what is one thing you would like to be remembered for?
If I'm not alive? I think I would like to remember for the legacy the lives have impacted in the United States. I pray that people will always remember that I did my best to change their lives. Some will remember, some will recognize, some will not. But those who can recognize, they should just keep praying for our departed soul in the future, if that will happen. And then also encourage our children that will leave behind. Let them not forget as well who their father was, so that they can follow that same path that we did. And also learn to give charity as well, because when you give, you gain.
That's a big one.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, and that's evident. We see you working together with the Tendos Foundation.
Yes.
To give back. Shout out to the Tendos Foundation, by the way, doing some great things for internally displaced individuals in Cameroon. And they are expanding to other parts of Africa. Thank you very much, the Tendos Foundation.
Yes.
We're going to drop the link to their website in the bio. That way, everybody can reach out to. And we're equally going to drop the links to the WashingtonTech Institute in the bio, so everybody can visit. Prof. Kenneth, we just want to say thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us on the Everyday University podcast.
I appreciate it.
Amazing advice.
Yes.
And we're indeed very honored to have you on session.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Sure. I just want to take this moment to give a big thank you to all our subscribers out there and all those following us on all the different social media platforms. Your support is not going unnoticed. We just want to say a big thank you. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, we would still love your support. All you need to do is to click on that subscribe button and hit the bell to make sure that whenever we post a new session, you will be signaled immediately. We equally noticed that some of you had difficulties to subscribe. All you need to do is to make sure that you have a Google account, sign in, and you will be able to subscribe. If you have difficulties, please drop those difficulties in the comment section and we will come and help you wherever you are or give you directions. Once again, thank you. We look forward to bringing you the best on the Everyday University podcast. See you.
She from level 1, he from final, yeah. Same song make everybody.